So, buenos dias a todos. Welcome back to Blancos FC. And yeah, look, I know I've changed the channel name one flipping more time. But look, this is the last time I'm doing that. This is gonna be the final name throughout my whole YouTube career. This channel name now, it stands like it. Now, big up, Mandem. Big up, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Um, Big up, Khaled. See, now you're first in the chat this time. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. There's always different people that comes first into my chat. Now there's legend as well. Big up, my brother. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you know how we roll over here, people. Now, but bless up, people. Yeah, smash these likes up, people. Yeah, we're gonna do the preview for Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, um, game that's gonna come up. Yeah, bless up, Jacob as well. Bless up, Matrix for the raid. Bless up, my brother. Yeah, love, mate. Yeah, yeah, love, brother. Yeah, that's my fucking brother for life. Yeah, I love that geezer to bits, man. My Iranian G, bro. Big up Adriam as well. Yeah, big up. No, hold on a second. Now I just spelled your name wrong. Sorry, mate. Arindam. Sorry if I misspelled your name, brother. Big up, mate. Big up Godfrey as well. My brother there, you know. Yeah? Yeah, because everything. I swear, Vanessa, your jokes are actually funny. I hope you're well, darling. I hope you're well. But that's up to you. Come on, hit the like, make sure you, man, like and subscribe, man. Come on, I'm getting closer and closer to 1K as well. Come on, people. Bless up. Now, look, the reason why I'm doing this preview now, look, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up just right now, just for you guys. If some of you man don't even know this already, I can't do the review on Saturday, because um I'm gonna be working late that Saturday, unfortunately. So I can't even do the flipping what's it called? I can't even do the Real Madrid Real Sociedad game. I'm gonna have to watch the game back on a replay, and then we're gonna have to see what I do after that. But the Barcelona Valencia game review will be on my channel. Matrix is gonna be there, unfortunately. Oh, and just another heads up as well. Real Madrid Espanyol. Um, the next time we're back in the Bernabeu, as soon as the break's done, I'm going to that game. I'm going to the game, so that's another game I'm not going to be doing. I'm going to do the preview, and look, the review is going to come the day after, but that also depends on when I land. I think I'm going to land, I think, in the middle of the day, and if I do that in the evening, I should be able to do some sort of a stream. But we're going to see what we have to do. But yeah, that's the heads up for you all, just so you man know already. So that's why I'm doing the preview now for the um for the Real Madrid Real Sociedad game. Big up Onana. I hope you've enjoyed your your transfer to the Turkish league, mate. Hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah. Going to oh yeah, man. Long time ago I was there, man. Yeah, it's been a while. It's time that I go back to my flipping ground, bro. Yeah, it's my stadium, right? The best stadium in the world, bro. Come on, you know what we're saying. Yeah. Thoughts on Adam Wharton, bro. Adam Wharton, mate. Um, is a player I would like at Real Madrid. I've said this before. Look, I did mention this before, but I'm not gonna drill too much onto it because I'm gonna talk about the Madrid also the Real Madrid Sociedad game also sooner. Sorry, but Adam Wharton ticks everything we need in the midfield. Deep line playmaker, creativity, everything. He's got everything that we need. So listen, Adam Wharton, I would get him, but again, it all depends on the price tag as well. And if Adam Wharton really wants us, which again, you always hope the player wants us, but again, if Real Madrid comes knocking, you should want us, realistically. But yeah, that's how it works. Big up Ryan as well. Hope you all, mate. But yeah, man, let's get into it, shall we? Let's just get into it. Now, look, um, Saturday, Real Sociedad kicks off. I think it's what 16:15 Spanish time. That's what 3:15 UK time. We kick off against them. Now, look, we need to keep winning. We're gonna come back now from the break. 3 wins out of 3, 9 points. 9 points out of possible 9. Um, Real Sociedad, obviously, I think they've drawn, and I think they've lost as well a game. I don't think they've won a single game yet. So they're coming into this game with a pretty bad form. And look, it is at their ground. It is going to be at their ground now. I do think Croatia, I'm gonna come to this. I will come to that, mate, but that's gonna come later onto the stream. I'm just gonna talk my way through the game. Now look, I do think when it comes to this game, Real Madrid is going to have a bit more space than what we saw in the Osasuna game because Real Sociedad are going to be at home. So they're going to try and have a go. But that's going to leave us space for Vini, Mbappe, and whoever plays on the right, whether that's Mastantuono, whether that's even Brahim. I don't know who plays there. Um, Even if it's somehow there's a bogey and start Gonzalo Garcia, big up to him if Alonso does that. But no matter what my man does, we're gonna have space in that game because Real Sociedad will try and come at us. They're gonna try and create, and all that because it's at their ground. Now, I expect us to win. I am gonna put that out there right now. I am not expecting anything less than a win. If you drop points there, I'm gonna lose my head. So you better win. Not only that, I do expect Real Madrid to win quite comfortably as well. And I am not saying this because I'm trying to disrespect Real Sociedad in any way, shape, or form. I am not, but I am making this clear. Real Madrid, with the squad that we've got and the way Real Sociedad play, we should be beating them because they're going to give us space. And what's the one thing we know with this team when it comes to space? Deadliness. Instantly like that. Now, um, I do expect us to win by at least a 2-goal margin. At least a 2-goal. But I do think we're gonna win by at least that or more. Um, I said 3-1. To be fair, that was my scoreline. I'm sticking to my guns. I think we will concede, but if we don't concede, then fair play. Do you get me? Um, I think Oyarzabal will score. I think he's gonna be the guy that will score pretty much if they do score him or Kubo. But I think Carreras should be able to lock him up. I think he should be able to lock him up. Now, there's a lot of people that are saying, um, this is going to be a tough game. It could be. It could be. And look, obviously, like you said, like Javi said here, hostile stadium. It's not going to be easy. Look, I buy into the argument. I do. And obviously, this Kubo guy, obviously, he's going to be one hell of a danger factor alongside Oyarzabal. Now, what I expect from my team is to be compact, shut up shop, um, stop their fluidity, pretty much, and take advantage of the space that we're going to be given by the midfield and defense when they try to button forward and try to attack us. Now, I don't think they're going to try and, I don't think they're going to park the bus. They might do that in certain occasions in the game, but that's normal. Um, but I do think though that we're going to be able to break them down. Arda Güler is going to be important, obviously, with his creativity from the midfield. Vini needs to, keep getting better because the quicker my man gets better, the quicker we're just going to go up another level. Kamavinga is out because he's still affected by, I don't know, some sickness or whatever it is I was reading. So he's not even going to be available now. Which again, it's pissing me off, man. I can't lie because not only is he such a talented player, I think he will fit in like a glove at Xavi's system. But the longer this guy is injured and the longer he's away, the more frustrated I am starting to get with him. Because, like I said, this is a make or break season for my man. So he can't keep being injured like this, mate. It's not doing him any good whatsoever. It's not, and that's what's pissing me off. Big up Joseph, up your wall, brother. Bless up, mate. Come on, G. Yeah, but look, what the house Solari or I don't know, pretty good. Don't be surprised if he scores and nah. Look, Khaled, I told you, I think we will concede. I do think we will concede. I hope we don't. But if we do concede, I don't want it to be more than one goal because at the end of the day, we've been very good defensively. Like I said, we've lost. What is it? We haven't even lost. I even worded that correctly wrong. We've conceded one big chance the whole flipping season so far. One big chance, and that's the goal that we conceded against Mallorca. That was the only one. Apart from that, we haven't conceded another big chance. So at the end of the day, I don't expect Real Sociedad to score more than one goal. And I do think we will win quite comfortably. I think. Do you know what? Do you know what I think is gonna happen? I think we're gonna go like two. Either we're gonna go 2-0 up and then they're gonna score, or we're gonna go 3-0 up and then they're gonna score. consolation at the end. But what, like, obviously, Chouameni, going back to what the players need to do, Chouameni obviously needs to keep being the player he is, protecting the back line, winning the ball back, making these final ditch tackles, you know, breaking up the passes, doing all the dirty work, and being the protector that he is, keep doing what he's been doing. Then obviously we've got another thing as well. Hoysen and Militao needs to be as good as they've been. I think this season, for me, so far, and I know it's only been 3 games before anyone starts ramming that into my face. I understand. But for me, these three have been, without a doubt, the best partnership right now this season in football. For me. For me, they have been. We've not lost a single game. We've conceded 1 goal. We've conceded 1 big chance. Only one. Now, who would I start? Like, what would be my lineup? Because that is something a lot of people have been asking me. Like, try and do your own lineups before the game. Now, my lineup, very simple. T-Bone in goal. Um, Trent at right back. I'm sticking with Trent. I am sticking with Trent for now because I don't think he's done anything wrong to get benched. Hoysa Militao as a centre back partnership. Left back Carreras. Midfield Chouameni, Arda, Fede. Front three. This is where it gets a bit tricky on that right wing spot. Left wing Vinny, striker Mbappe. Right wing. Do you know what? Here's the thing. I would give Gonzalo Garcia a shot. And you know what I would do? I would play him as a right winger, and then when we're attacking, put him into the box and then let Mbappe slow out on the right. Do you get me? Then if Mbappe likes to move out or do his dribbles out on the wings, cool, let him do it. Do you get me? Because then this time when Trent or Carreras bumps forward and tries to put a cross in, well, we're gonna have a target man in there. Do you get me? Because like I said, if you're just gonna have Mbappe in the box and then you're gonna cross it in and Bellingham's not in the midfield, again, like I said, and I feel like I'm repeating myself like a broken clock. We're just crossing into a bunch of dwarfs, and they're not gonna win the header. Like you're gonna see them win a header maybe one time in, what is like 5 to 6 games. You might see them win one header, and that's if the other team don't have very, very, very tall defenders. So again, that is what I would do. What do I think? But what I think he's going to do, I think he's going to stick with that exact same lineup, except switching Gonzalo Garcia that I mentioned for Franco, or Brahim. He's going to play one of them too. Now, would I do that? No. Here's the thing. Brahim, I wouldn't even start. He's not even a star. That boy is not even a star. Let's just keep it a buck. That guy is not a star. He should not even be a starting player for Madrid whatsoever. Franco has not been good, so he don't even deserve to play. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Franco is not even a right winger. In Europe, I don't think he's gonna be able to play that position. He needs to play what Arda plays. And again, you can't drop Arda right now because Arda's been really good. Now, what would I do with him? Arda still can't play. What is it? He still can't play a 90-minute game because he's got fitness issues. It's clear to see my man is. I think my man is not used to this now due to the fact that he was so used to being on the bench during Carlos time when he was a manager at this club. So again, what do I think we should be doing? I think Franco should be coming off the bench, take Arda's place when Arda needs to come off, and then keep the attack rolling like that. But apart from that, mate, don't really have any. I don't really else have any problems with the lineup apart from that. I think that's what he's gonna do. So look, hopefully we get the win. Hopefully we destroy him. Because let's be honest, mate. Here's the thing, we're starting, not yet, but we're starting to climb into the period where it's where our tough run comes, and we're gonna see what Xabi is even made about. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna show you all what in a second as well. They were Midwest and Mallorca, the team that plays, but yeah, but that's what, yeah, but mate, that's what I'm saying. We need to destroy them, Khaled. Again, this is what I keep telling you. We need to win that game. They should not be getting anything from us in this game. Felt like he looked confused against PSG when we played on that right wing. Yeah, of course. But again, bro, against PSG, everyone looked flipping confused. Let's be honest, man. I can't think of one player that even played good in that game. That's how bad everything got. That's how bad everything was. Um, and facts creation, he can, which is why I want him to play. This is why I want him to play as well. Do you get me? Do you think he will play Mbappe even though? Yeah, bro, Mbappe's fitness is not even an issue. Mbappe's fitness is not even an issue. He is the last person I'm flipping, uh, worried about. Big up Z. Hope you will, brother. I'm good, mate. Big up to you, brother. Yeah, big up Godfrey as well. Now, obviously, like I said, when this game's done, we're getting closer and closer to that hard run. I'm gonna show you all what. I'm gonna show you all what it is. Now, that's why I keep telling you, man. We need to win this game now. And we need to keep this form going because, like I said, we are walking into this notion where we're gonna have big games now, and we're gonna have to obviously be on our toes. When this game's done, oh, I mean, after this game, let's just be honest, mate. The Champions League starts here. The Champions League is starting next week. Next week, the Champions League is back. But let's sub to Godfrey. Make sure you sub to my man's channel. Look, the Champions League is back next week. So, and the thing is, we can't mess up against Marseille. We have to win that game. We have to win that game against Marseille. Marseille is not a game you can drop points in. And it's at our ground. So, like I said, you need to win that game. You need to collect the 3 points, and you need to just clean them off like they're nothing. Do you get me? And then obviously look at the game after Real Sociedad, the Espanyol game. They're coming to our ground. I'm going to that game as well. And like I said, if we drop points there, then mate, I'm gonna lose my flipping head again. So guess what? Keep the form going. Levante away. That's gonna be one tricky game. And then like I said, afterwards, the Madrid derby. And if you look at this, from the Atleti game, all right, ignore the Cariat game, all right? Ignore that game for now, all right? Don't even look at that one for now. Let me show you all something now. From the Atleti game, that is when our tough period starts. Because look why. If you take this game away, look at this. Atleti, Villarreal at home, Atleti away, Villarreal at home, Getafe away, Juve at home, El Clasico, Barcelona is coming to our ground. Sorry about that. They're coming to our ground. Then we've got Valencia at our ground. I think we'll slap them, to be fair. But then we've got Liverpool at Anfield. And then we've got Rayo Vallecano away. So, this is what I'm saying. You can't afford to drop points against Sociedad, Espanyol, or Levante. All these 3 games need to be wins. Because then you've got that tough run. The tough run is starting from the tough run. Look at this. The tough run is starting from the 27th, from Saturday, the 27th of September until the 9th of November. So you're gonna have a whole month where our tough period starts. Atleti away is never an easy game, no matter how bad of a form they are. Villarreal right now, the way they're playing, is not going to be an easy game. Even though we're at home, we should be winning. It's still not going to be an easy game. Getafe away is always tough. It's always tough. Yeah, they're gonna park to park speak that, and that is screaming of a 1-goal win to either team. Hopefully to us, but again, you get my point. Juve, again, we should be winning, but again, then that's not going to be an easy game, especially if that keeper's going to be on what it was in the Club World Cup when we played them. Barcelona, El Clasico. I mean, well, I don't even need to explain how difficult that game's still going to be. Do you get me? I don't even need to explain anything on that. Biggest game on the planet. That's going to be one massive game. Valencia is the only game I'm like, yeah, cool, we should be slapping them. Because it's at our ground, and they are pretty terrible at our ground. Apart from last season, they barely win at our ground. Liverpool away. Even though there are side chicks, again, at Anfield it's never easy. So, again, that is another tough game. And then Rayo away. It's afterwards where it gets a bit easier. So that's what. How many games stand now on the spin? Let me just check this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we ignore this one, 7, 8. That's 8 straight games on the spin where it's going to be difficult. 8 straight games where we, where in either one we could be dropping points. So, at the end of the day, this is what I keep saying. You cannot drop points in these 3 games. Do you get me? This one is included because look, the Champions League tie is just as important, by the way, because we need to get off to a good start. We need to get top 3. We have to get into the top 3. I can't keep screaming this out loud for people to understand. You have to get into the top 3 in the Champions League. I do not want look top 8 minimum. If you don't finish in the top 8, then you should be then the guy deserves to be sacked no matter what. Afterwards, I want to get as close as I can to the top 2, to the top 3. Why? Because if you do that, you're gonna have all the second leg games at your own ground, and that is a massive advantage. We already know what it's like coming to our stadium. It's a nightmare for any team. Now, big up Anfield, lad. Hope you're well, brother. Bless him. I think it's the first time I've seen you ever in my chat before. Bless up to you. Bless up, Adam. I've seen you in my chat, though. I've seen you, bro. You've been here for time, bro. You've been here since day one, brother. Bless up to you. Do you get me? Heavy rotations coming. Yeah, it is coming, bro. Here's the thing, and I was just gonna get into that. He needs to rotate his squad. He needs to rotate. Do you know what I think he's gonna do? He's gonna play the main team in these 4 games. I think he's gonna switch it up a bit in this game in the Kariat away. 11-hour flight to Kazakhstan. Then of course afterwards we're gonna have Villarreal at our ground. So he needs to do some sort of rotation there. I do think we will still beat them because no disrespect, but I don't care what lineup we put out, we should be slapping them. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you've been a month ago, bro. Why have you not been in my chat then, bro? What the hell? If you subscribed to me a month ago, then bro, bless up to you, mate. Yeah, OBWG. Yeah, come on now, just put a comment in, brother. Yeah, I like interacting with my audience, bro. Bless up to you, Anfield lad. Yeah, bless up to you, brother. Yeah, my Liverpool G right there, bro. Bless up to you, mate. Yeah, but again, Kariat, how much is he gonna switch from that stream? Well, from that game. Sorry. Well, again, good question. I think it's gonna rotate, quite a lot. Just enough so players can get some sort of rest until the Villarreal game, and then obviously he's gonna play the main team until the El Clasico, and then afterwards he could start, rotating a bit more. Like I said, he wants to have an A team and a B team. That's what Alonso is striving after. So if he's striving after that, cool. Well, then he needs to be ready to, rotating at some games where you can afford to do that. Do you get me? But it's more after this whole run where you can when you can rest more of your players to make sure that players don't get injured and all that. All right, understandable, mate. Understandable. Did someone order? Hey, AJ, tomorrow, mate. League Gunner's coming on the channel, mate. So yeah, the order is for tomorrow, but you're just one day early. Nah, bless up to you, brother. You're always welcome, mate. Yeah, come on. Like the stream. Come on, people. Yeah, 14. Come on. Yeah, make sure we get this up to 20 likes at least, people. Come on. Big up, people. Yeah, big up AJ as well. Yeah, make sure you sub to the channel, mate. Yeah, we're striving to 800, getting closer to that 1K, brother. Yeah, and as soon as we get to that 1K, yeah, we're just going up. Yeah, and we are just gonna go up. Yeah, because how we're all, people. Me and Matrix, but yeah, alongside Will and Dali and Dave. Yeah, we ain't stopping anytime soon. Anytime soon. So bless up, everyone. But look, now, obviously, with this schedule now, you're looking at it. You're looking at it now, and then you're like, all right, you should be winning these games now. Up until the Atleti game, you should be winning all of them. I do think we will. Personally, here's the thing. I do think we will, but I would not be shocked if we drop points in one of these games, in one of these 3 games right here in La Liga. I would not be shocked. Do you know what it is? It will be so Real Madrid, because I've seen this story before where we beat, for example, Barcelona in the El Clasico, and then we go and drop points to flip in, I don't know, Rayo home. We did that actually in the 2023, 2024. We did that actually. Do you get me? I've seen that plenty of time where we actually beat one of the big sides, and then we drop points on one of the smaller sides. That's just Real Madrid. I would not be shocked if Real Madrid drops points at Levante away, but then we beat Atleti away. Do you get me? I would not be shocked one bit if that happened. Not one bit. So look, Alonso, you better win these games, mate. Up until that late game, listen, mate. Even when it comes to big games, even when it comes to these big games, mate, yeah, you better win these games, bro. Yeah, you better win these games, bro. Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, mate. Yeah, that league title is a minimum for this season. Minimum, an absolute minimum. So look, we're gonna have to see what happens. Yeah, but I've got my hopes. I've got my hopes. It's promising right now. It's promising. Yeah, fact, random guy. That is absolute spar, mate. Look. I don't know if you're counting the wait. Let me see. What games are you now counting in? As long as you're not counting in the Marseille game. Look, 3 points should be here. A win here, win here, win here. Well, that's 9 points. 9 points out of 9. Then what is it? 12, 15, and 18. Yeah, look. Out of take away the Champions League games for now. If we just focus on La Liga, this game, this game, this game, this game. Okay, cool. How about this? I'll be fair. This one, this one, this one, this one as well. Yeah, have to be wins. Yeah, that's what 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's 12 points out of 15 minimum. Do you get me? If I include this one, that's 18 points. Do you get me? That would be what 15 out of 18 minimum. Minimum. So like, I'm being serious when I'm making this thing up. When I'm not making this up. When I'm saying this, like, you have to win these games, mate. Minimum. So that's just my statement I'm putting out right now. Yeah, I would take him. Of course I would. Bro, give me him and Saliba. Just give me both of them. Yeah, just to piss off the Prem even more. Yeah, real talk. I'm not even lying. Yeah, yeah. But look. I would take him. And look, whether he comes though, no, that's a different story. That's a different story. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one. I don't think anyone knows that so far. I don't think it's clear whether it comes or not. But look, it's up to see what we do in it. But big up, and Anfield, lad. Big up, brother. Yeah, bro. Here's the thing. You can't. Here's the thing. Let me show you all something different. All right. Let me just show you guys something. Let me just end that. Let me just show you something right now. Yeah, I'm gonna show you something differently here. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this one off. Yeah, you're gonna see something to why I am screaming that he has to win these games. Yeah. Let me show you something right now. No, that was not the one. Let me show you. Here we go. All right. We should be good to pull this one off. Because if I can show you guys this one, this is why these games are more important than what people are actually talking about. Look, let me show you why. Let me just show you why. Let's go back. Now, in fact, I could just do this. Yeah. Yeah, let's just do this. Well, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's just do that right there. Shall we? Where are 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 we? There we are. There we are. All right. There we go. Now, look over here. Now I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to show you. Look at this. This, by the way, after this one, this was last season. Look at this. After this game, in the UEFA Super Cup final against Atalanta when we won 2-0. Look at this. First game of the season, Mallorca away. To be fair, the warning signals were even in this game, even though we won this trophy, but the warning signals were there. Do you get me? A lot of us didn't just pay attention, including myself. I started to pay attention even here. Yeah? I said in, what was it? I said in this game, yeah, not this game, sorry. In this game, I said, bro, we are not winning anything this season from this game, but I'm going to get to that. Look at this. This was the first 3 games of the season, by the way. Draw against Mallorca away. We were awful. We deserved to lose. Real Valladolid. First half was dog shit. Second half was better. Much better. Las Palmas away. Awful. Absolute awful. Absolute awful. And look at the amount of points that we dropped. That's 2 points dropped. And that's 2 points dropped. And 3, 6, 9 points in total. Yeah? We got what? 1, 4, 7. No, we didn't. No, in fact, there you go. I'm showing you guys how bad I am at maths. My bad. 1, 4, 5 points. 5 points out of 9. That was last season. 5 points out of 9 in the first 3 games for Real Madrid in August. Bro, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And this is why I keep telling man these look. These games are so flipping important because these games ultimately screwed everything up. Because look at this. We beat Real Betis at home 2-0. We did beat Real Sociedad away 2-0. But again, for me, this game, that's what I, said we're not winning anything. You know why? Do you know why I said that? Because nothing positive was being shown there. We won because we got 2 pens. Otherwise, we would have lost. Real Sociedad hit the post, I think, 2 times. 2 times. Yeah? And let me just make it clear as well. Yeah? Like a random guy said, last season, bro, I don't think even any of those wins were even convincing under Carlo. Like, I'm struggling to find a win here where I'm like, yeah, you know what? This was actually convincing. I can't give you one. I can't. Let's be honest, mate. First half against Real Valladolid, we struggle. We completely struggled. I'm not even including these 2 games. Do you get me? Because we dropped points. This was a struggle. Yeah? And let me just be real. Up until this game, yeah, match week 4, Mbappe hadn't scored a single goal in any of these 3 games, by the way. Not a single goal. Yeah? My man was awful. And his performances were awful last season. Yeah? This game, again, was not convincing, but again, we got the job done in the second half. Again, this game, we won by 2 pens. Awful performance. We were awful. This game, yeah, that was one of the worst Real Madrid games I've seen in the Champions League. Again, we were lucky to scrape out of that Stuttgart game, yeah? And this is the thing, yeah? Big up, Dali. Hope you will, brother. Hope you will. Yeah? Dali. Bro, if you want to jump on, mate, let me know and I'll send you the link, mate. Otherwise, if you can't, I understand. But bless up, though, brother. Either way. Big up, mate. Yeah? Big up as well to my darling, yeah? Rebona, yeah? Bless up to you, sweet. Yeah? Love, darling. Bless up. Yeah, my queen moderator right there. Now, look. By the way, this game right here, Espanyol, last season, this was the only game I can say, you know what, up until this point, yeah, that was convincing. Do you know, and by the way, look at this. 1, 2, in fact, do you want me to, in fact, if I include this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games on the spin, yeah, when none of them were convincing. None of them. Absolutely none of them were convincing. They were all awful. Thanks, Santiago. That was just awful. Do you get what I'm saying? They were all absolutely terrible. Which is why I am making it clear. Make sure you sub to Dali as well. Big up God for putting in the link. Yeah? And this is the thing, Said. The only difference is, mate, this schedule, mate, when we got it last season, we would bottle a lot of these games that we've just played. We would bottle a lot of them. At least 2 of them we wouldn't have won. That's the difference. Yeah? Now look at this. Yeah? Let me just show you something. Let me show you guys something now. This game we were 3-0 up. We nearly bottled it. That was not convincing as well. Vallejo came on, everything got destroyed. Yeah? Now, in this game, we did play well, but again, we bottled it at the end. We bottled it. I can't tell you how angry I was, how we managed to screw that game up. We bottled it in that game. Little away. Again, none of these games were convincing like that. This one, to be fair, I do think we deserve to win. But again, that is the second game in what? What is it? 8, 9, 10. 2 games out of 10 that I've said, yeah, you know what, we deserve to win. Yeah? But it is what fact, Sammy, he did mess up the counter. He did mess up. But it wasn't just him. Let's just be honest, mate. The defense was sleeping for the final flipping What was it for the final minutes? Yeah, but let's just keep going. Now look at this. Lille away. That was probably one of the worst. That was probably the worst Champions League game I've seen from us for God knows how long. God knows how long it was since the last time I saw us be that bad in the Champions League. And Lille, bro, we did nothing. We deserved to lose that game big time. Not just that. Villarreal. Yeah? All right, cool. I don't really have a big issue with that, even though I did expect us to win more. But that was not. But even if I give you one, cool. That's 3 games in what? 12. Now, this game was not convincing. We were lucky to get out of this one with 3 points. Celta Vigo away. Yeah? That's 3 out of 13 now that we haven't been convincing. This game, Dortmund, we were 2-0 down. We had to do a remontada. Yeah? And by the way, that game, yeah, I knew from the moment. But by the way, anyone who's watched the Football Terrace, yeah? Now, Sammy, I don't even think that game was good, but we'll get to that. Here's the thing. Anyone who watched the Football Terrace, go back, yeah, type in, yeah, Real Madrid, Dortmund 5-2. All right. I'm on that stream. Yeah. Scroll. Because the timestamps are there. Scroll to the part of the video where he's asking me about this performance, and I was fuming. Because I did tell everyone, if we play like that against Barca, yeah, you might as well not turn up because you're gonna get destroyed. What happened? Oh, look at that. What exactly happened? Oh, look at this. This happened. This happened. Did you get me? I read this club like a book. This is the thing. I can read, yeah? I can read this stuff. There you go. See? There you go. Right there. And that's the difference. See, I can read this football club like a book. Like I said, from 2007 and onwards, mate, I've watched this flipping club. From 06-07 season and onwards. 2007 and onwards, I've watched this football club. Yeah? I can read this club like a book. I know when we're gonna be good. I know when we're gonna be crap. I know it. Yeah? And then possibly the worst one on I swear, Rebona, him dancing in the Bernabeu was one of the most embarrassing things ever. But let me just make it even clear. Now, look at this. Yeah, because I am gonna stop this thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a point. Then we go to the AC Milan game. Well, how Carlo even managed to stay in the job after? To be fair, he should have been sacked after the Classical game. But how we even managed to survive this week, I will never know. Yeah. And this is my point. Yeah. Exactly, Adam. They were awful, and we struggled. Yeah. And this is my point. Let me just stop share screen this for 1 second. This is my point now, which is why I am being absolutely serious when I'm telling you all this. You cannot, yeah, you cannot, mess around the season. Which is why these games, yeah, when people can say, oh, no, that's fine, because if you beat the big teams, it all works out. No. It doesn't work out. You know why it doesn't work out, mate? Because if you don't beat these lesser teams, mate, guess what? You're going to get in trouble, yeah? In fact, Footy React, that's up to you, brother, yeah? You're in the chat. Bro, let me ask you something, mate, yeah? If you beat the top 6 teams, yeah? Footy React, I'm asking you as a Liverpool fan, yeah? If you and Anfield Lad are in here, let me ask you all something right now. If you beat the big 6 teams, yeah, but you don't beat the smaller teams in the Prem, yeah, do you win the league, yes or no? But you struggle to beat the smaller teams in the Prem, do you win the league, yes or no? I'm gonna wait. I'm not even gonna answer that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until this guy puts in his answer. Yeah, and if not, explain why. Facts, Said. Facts. That's for La Liga. Absolute facts. Exactly. You don't. Footy Reacts. Why is that? Why is that Footy Reacts? Do you mind explaining that? Like I said, I don't even need to. My chat will explain. I don't even need to explain myself. Yeah, the answer is obvious, but I'm gonna let my Liverpool G now explain why. Like I said, he's not even a La Liga fan. This guy's team's not even in La Liga. I'm gonna let him explain why. For the reacts, if you can, just type in the chat, mate. Why Liverpool don't win the league if you struggle against the small teams, but you can beat the big teams. Explain why. Yeah, because this is what people do. A lot of people just think, but you can struggle against these teams. That's fine as long as you beat the big teams. No, that's not how it works. That is literally not how it works, mate. If you think that's how it works, then bro, your team's barely gonna win a league title. Barely gonna win a league title. Yeah, and I'm being serious when I'm saying that. Do you get me? Look at this. Because it's only 5 games compared to the other 14 games. Going away to other teams is more important, more points. That's Arsenal prime example. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think for 2 seasons, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but for 2 seasons on the spin, Arsenal haven't lost to a big 6 side apart from this season. If you take away this Liverpool game at Anfield that they lost, yeah, apart from that one, the previous season, and I think the season before, they didn't lose a single game to the big 6. Not a single game. Yeah? How many leagues have they won? Oh, yeah. Zilch. Zilch. Why is that? Oh, yeah. Because they drop points against the smaller teams. This is the point. Do you see what I'm saying? Man City didn't beat a single team in the big 6 the last time they won the league. Yeah? But they still managed to win the league. Why? Because they were consistent against these teams. Yeah? And this is the point. So, again, when I've got people telling me, you can afford to drop points against these small teams as long as you beat these, big teams only. No, that's not how it works. That's not how this shit works, mate. Yeah, leagues are not won like that. Which is why I am telling you right now, yeah? You see those games that I just mentioned now, yeah? Sociedad, Osasuna, and... Not Osasuna, sorry. Sociedad, flipping... What were the other 2 games now? Yeah? Don't tell me I have to pull out the flipping table now. What were the other 2 games? Yeah? Because with Espanyol, that's right. Now. Yeah, it's in my memory now. Sorry. Sociedad, Espanyol, Levante. Yo, you see these 3 games? Yeah? This is what I'm being absolutely deadly flipping serious now when I'm telling you this. Yeah? You cannot drop points in any of those 3 games. Yeah? You better win those games, mate. And you better win them convincingly. Yeah? I would rather you win them 3 and then drop points to flipping Atleti away. I'd rather you do that. Yeah? Do you know why? I can take that. Yeah? Thanks, by the way, Adam. Thanks. Yeah? I can take that. I'll take that. Yeah? And do you know why I'll take that? Yeah? Because that's one game you drop points in. Yeah? Not flipping 2 or 3 games and then you just beat the big man. Yeah? I would rather have that. Yeah? You gain more from that. Yeah? Than just flipping, what's it called? Drop points to the left side. You get more out of that. You get a lot more out of that. But again, we're going to have to wait and see. This is why I need this consistency against these teams. Yeah? But what he's going to have to do as well, he needs to beat the bigger teams as well. Do you get me? Because Real Madrid is not a club that just wins against the lesser teams and then lose to the big side. That is not what Real Madrid is made about. Do you get me? But these games are must-win games. Because like I said, that run is coming. And when that tough run comes from the Athletic game onwards until the Rayo Vallecano game away, yeah, you have to pick up as many points as you can. Do you get me? Before you play against all these tough teams in that tough run period. It's as simple as that. Well, it's like if you pass 3 exams out of 7, if you don't pass them all, at least majority, you won't get to the next grade. Thank you. But there are certain exams, yeah, where it's like a spare. Yeah, we call it in Swedish, yeah, we call it spärrkurs. And these courses, yeah, or spärrtenta, means for exams, if you don't pass that course or that test, you can't go up. You can't go up. You have to wait until you pass that one, then you go up. Yeah? I don't know if you know this well. If you look at the police academy in Sweden, I don't know how it works in your countries. Yeah? But over here, when you go to the police academy, all right, you've got 3 maximum, I think 4 to 5 chances maximum. I think it's 4 chances maximum you've got to complete an exam. Do you get me? If you don't do that, they'll kick you out. Then they'll kick you out. And the program is what, 2.5 years? It's the same thing over here. You can afford to drop points in. Look, if you drop points in one of these smaller games, that's cool. It happens. But if you keep doing that two, three, four, and five times, bro, guess what? Yeah? Guess what's gonna happen then? You're in trouble. Yeah? Then you're not gonna get to the goal. Like Asim said. Why? Because you're screwing up. You're setting yourself up for failure. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Facts footy. And it's gonna be class, yeah. We're gonna do the same thing. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing, brother. Yeah, we're gonna talk facts with guns. Yeah, because that's all we do over here. We talk facts. None of this bullshit over here. Only facts. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. The smaller teams are the more key things than the lesser teams. I keep telling everyone that. But again, people nowadays don't get it. They just look at the big teams and think, oh, as long as you beat the big teams, then you're fine. No, 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 you're not. Because if you struggle against the lesser teams, man, you're not going to get that leaked out. It might work better for the Champions League. Yeah? It might work better for one of the cup competitions. But for a league tower, you ain't going to succeed then. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah? But Rabona, with two. Yeah? Then with two. Yeah, you're not alone. Trust me. I know what it feels like. Yeah? Same thing for uni in the U. There you go. Do you get me? Like, this is not rocket science, by the way. So when I've got people sitting there saying, "Oh, but you can afford," no, 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 you can't. No, you can't, mate. Stop saying you can afford to drop points in this game or that game. No, you can't. Stop. It's as simple as that. Anyone who's watched a title race knows that, bro. I think, bro, I know factually. Look, Man United, when they won the treble in '99, I'll tell you a fun fact. Arsenal won their main rivals for the Prem title. Yeah? Guess what happened? Arsenal beat them twice. Twice that season. Oh, guess what? Man U still won the league. Why? They were more consistent against these lesser teams. It's not rocket science. Oh nine, by the way. Man United. Yeah, let me just make something to you clear right now. I can give you another example for Manchester United. What happened? Liverpool beat them twice. They were their main rivals for the title. But guess what? Man United still won them. Why? They were more consistent against the lesser side. They're Liverpool. It's not rocket science, mate. Yeah. Look at 2016. Do you get me? We were that close to catching Barca, yeah, but we couldn't. Why? The gap was too big. Why? Because we messed up a lot. Yeah, sure, we got smashed by them 4-0, yeah, even though we did beat them at their ground 2-1. But guess what? The damage was done. The damage was already too much done. They were more consistent against the lesser teams, even though we did catch up at the end to a big degree, and the difference was what? What was it? 2, 3 points? But the point is, they were more consistent for a longer period of time. And that is what we need to be this season. Bless up, Baron. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well, mate. Big up, mate. Big up to you, brother. Yeah. But that's what it's all about. So when I've got people sitting there keep sitting there saying to me, no, 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 you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. No, no, no. We do. We do. I'm sorry to tell you this, mate, yeah, but we do. It's not rocket science. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, Baron, 2015, 2016, mate. Rafa Benitez season. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah? West Ham away, etc. Thank you. 18, 19 as well. So this is my point. Yeah, I get it. Look, if the John Stone, at the same time, some people can flip and say, yeah, but if John Stones hadn't cleared that ball, Liverpool would have won the league. That's cool. But the West Ham game, that screwed up a lot. It screwed everything up for Liverpool as well in that season. Yeah, people need to start paying respect. By the way, 2021, 2022, Liverpool, Man City, again, 1 point difference, I think it was. I think it was 1 to 2 point difference that season. Guess what? West Ham away, yeah? West Ham away, they won 3-2 West Ham that game. Yeah? What was it? I think Fornals. And then what was the other guy? Zuma. Yeah? Well, that game messed everything up for Liverpool. Liverpool missed a City at the end to make it 3-3. Yeah? They would have won the league, but if they got that, they would have won the league. Do you get me? The draws cost Liverpool everything, yeah? Like Adil said, this is said it like Said said, sorry, brother. Yeah, like he said, the draw costs everything. Which is why I keep saying you cannot drop points in these games. Yeah, you can't. Yeah? So keep doing what you do, mate. Just keep winning these games, mate. And at the long run, everything's gonna go good. Simple. So again, it's as simple as that. Yeah, twice at home, twice away. Yeah, but win them exactly. Here's the thing. I wouldn't mind. Look, you have to beat Barca at your ground. Do you get me? Because when it comes to our ground, I'm not having them being us there. But bro, here's the thing: you can afford to lose to Barca at their ground, yeah. But as long as you're consistent against the big sig, against these smaller teams, I guess what you've got the advantage. You've got the advantage. Then you can afford to lose that game, even though please don't, because I'm going to be fuming. But still, you get what I'm saying. So it's not like that. But we're gonna have to see this Barca. But this, bro, Santiago, imagine, imagine if that Mallorca game and that flipping what's it called? Las Palmas game, if we had won those two games. Well, it would have been a massive difference. Yeah. That gap could have gone down to what, 2 to 1 point? Yeah. It could have been a complete different story, mate. Yeah. So again, people have to start putting more attention to this. But look, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. 2 minute draw cost Liverpool. Thank you. And this is the point, mate. This is the point. Yeah. Draws kill you. Losses against these smaller sides, dropping points against these smaller sides, it kills you. Yeah. Espanyol away, thank you. And listen, that guy that scored should have been sent up. But let's be honest, man, we were awful. We were awful. Do you get me? The performances last season were awful. We were dropping silly points against these teams. The performances, even against the big sides, were not good enough. Nothing was good enough. Everything that could have gone to shit last season went to being crap. Everything that could have gone bad went bad. Nothing went well. Yeah, you had the odd win against City. Yeah, you had the win against Alea in the UCL when you knocked them out. Do you get me? But again, it wasn't good enough. Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Thank you. You can. By the way, you can draw every game. You can still get relegated. By the way, who gives a toss? Yeah, I want to win. It just win me these games, mate. Yeah, so when people keep saying to me, oh, but why are you so upset if we just drop points on one of these? Let's say, mate, because this is what you don't understand. These lesser teams are what's costing you. It's not the big sites. And I'll give you this one, yeah? Yeah? Before I come to footy reaction to Rabona's thing. Yeah? Yeah, and their questions and all that. If both of the big sides, let's say both of the big sides, yeah, are consistent against these smaller teams, they're mad consistent. Yeah? Cool. Then against the big boys and the the head to head is going to decide everything. Cool. But in order for that situation to happen, you need to be consistent against these smaller teams. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the point. Yeah. They just messed up. By the way, they just messed up. Barca against Rayo. Yeah. You take advantage of that. Take advantage. When we go to Rayo, bro, just win that game. I don't care if you win it in a good way or in a dirty way. Just win me that game, get me my 3 points, and I'll walk out there as a happy man. Yeah, simple as that. Do you get me? I'm not asking to slap every single team 5-4, 3-0. I'm not asking for that. Just win me these games. Just do it in a good way. That's all I want. That's all I'm doing. That's all. Look at this guy. Has to do a better job than Gullet flawless. Look at this guy, look. Yeah, let's see how long you can do that, Zia, you fraud. Big up. You think you'll be on time for win the UCL? Bro, win the UCL, bro, that's too early for me. Too early for me. And look, here's the thing, footy. I'm gonna have to wait and see a bit more before I answer that question. Everyone says that we're gonna lose that game. Well, apart from my Madridistas on the Real Madrid on the Madridista Ultras podcast, they all think we're gonna. They don't fear Liverpool actually because they what was it? They all said that Liverpool's defense has been shaken. There's something you can take advantage of. And look, I do hear that. I do hear that. But at the same time, I have made this clear as well that Liverpool have gotten such a good attack. Yeah. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. But Trent's coming back. So listen, that is something we're gonna have to look for. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting game, man, I'm telling you. But again, I'm gonna have to wait and see on that one, man. I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what? Ask me this question again in October, yeah, and you'll get my answer. Right now, I'm still 50-50 because it's still way too early. I'm going to get more sample size out of these games coming up. We were 8 points clear before Jude's red card despite Barca spanking us. Yeah, this is the point. Do you get me? I don't get, and this is the point, Rabona. I don't get why it's so hard for people to grasp this. Do you get me? You can do shit against the big side, but if you're consistent against the smaller teams, bro, you've got a bigger chance. You've got a bigger chance. Like I said, Man City didn't win a single game against the big six, by the way. Yeah, the last time they won the league, guess what? They still won the fucking league. Why? Because they were mad consistent against the smaller teams. Arsenal were not consistent. They were dropping points left, right, and center. Yeah, look at last season, by the way. Arsenal were unbeaten against the big six side, but what happened? I think they had 13 or 14 draws. Yeah, they had 13 or 14 draws. Something. It was stupid. They were dropping points left, right, and center. What was it? What was some of the teams that they were dropping points to? Fulham away, Newcastle away. They lost that game. Yeah, they drew to Fulham away. Yeah, the next game that they dropped points to, Brighton. They drew to Brighton at home. They drew to Brighton away. Do you get me? Yeah, I can go on and on and on. By the way, so like at the end of the day, these draws and these losses against these teams, mate, they kill you. Yeah, Real Betis away. That was one of the worst. That was another shit performance. That was another shit performance that I watched. Do you get me? It killed everything. And you've got people telling me it's fine as long as you beat the big teams. No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. Oh, well and good you go and beat these big teams, man. But if you can't be consistent against these smaller teams, bro, guess what? You're not winning a league. You're not gonna win it. Yeah. And like I said, it's not that much to recognize. Look, in fact, look at the season Leicester won the league. What? Did they win every single big game? No. In fact, Arsenal beat them both times. Guess what? They were more consistent against the Leicester sides. So I wonder then who actually manages to win the league. Oh yeah, the team that is most consistent. Oh yeah, and mostly against these smaller teams, because majority of the league doesn't have big teams. Majority of these leagues have smaller teams. By the way, yeah, the big teams do compete with each other. But again, whoever is the most consistent against the smaller teams and most consistent overall in the season is the one that wins. Yeah, it's not rocket science. It's really not rocket science, mate. Yeah. No, of course, it wasn't just no. Look, that manager, like I said, he messed up last season. He had to go. But like I said, everything, went wrong, Baron. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. So there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. So it is what it is. Yeah. Nah, bro. How am I, bro? I can't even. I can't even blame. Bro, I can't even have a go at them when we flipping lost to them. Mate. Let's just be honest, man. How can I have a go at Bears after what happened? Anyways, look, I've been live for an hour. I'm gonna say this. Big up Minerals FC as well, brother. I'm gonna say this before I wrap up. Prediction 3-1. I think Mbappe will get 2 goals. I think Arda will score, to be fair. I think Arda actually will score in this game. I think Oyarzabal will score as well. But if we keep a clean sheet, happy days. Look, I'm gonna go and get some sleep. I'm tired. I've got a big day tomorrow. I've got a flipping busy day tomorrow. Look, tomorrow I am gonna be live on Dave's channel. Yeah, because we've got what flipping what's it called? We've got a show on his channel where we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna probably talk about the game there against what's it called? Against Real Sociedad. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, if Gonzalo Garcia comes on and scores, brilliant. 2-0, 2-0. Hey, listen, we could well and truly do that. Yeah, may God bless up, mate. Yeah, good night to you as well, sweetie. Good night, Abana. Yeah, but tomorrow I'm live with Dave on his channel. We're gonna see what happens. We're probably gonna talk about the Real Sociedad game preview and other stuff, Bellingham and etc. etc. We're gonna have to see. And then on my channel as well tomorrow, after that stream, Lee Gunn is coming on the channel. Make sure you man are there. Yeah, make sure you tune in. Yeah, that's gonna be one hell of a legendary stream, people. Yeah, I'm telling you man right now. Yeah, that is not a stream you man are gonna want to miss. Yeah, so big up. I can't make the game before. If anyone don't know, I'm working late on Saturday. Yeah, I'm back on Sunday. Review with Matrix on my channel. Barcelona, the game. for the Barcelona game against Valencia. Next week, I'm going to the Espanyol game, so I can't do um, the show again on my channel. What's going to happen? I'm going to make a preview, and then I'm going to do a review on my phone when the game's done. Yeah, and you're going to get an upload from me. That's what's going to happen. Do you get me? And then the day after, we're going to go back on my channel, then we're going to see what we do then. Do you get me? But I'm going to think of something. Until then, people, bless up everyone that's watched. Smash the likes, sub to the channel on your way out. Big up, everyone. And I'll speak to you all next time as well. Adios. Yeah, until then, take care, good night, and be safe. Adios. Ciao. Alla Madrid.